Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be testing out the best Thralls in the game. Now, some people have told me that there have been some changes in the Volcano Thralls and they have had several things that make them stronger changed. So I'm guessing to do more damage, maybe more HP. We'll find out later on in this video. So if you guys enjoy this video, please do not forget to support me in the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself, and if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. And of course, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content. Now, in this video, I'm going to be testing out the old Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. We're going to be comparing it to a Thrall from the Volcano. And I'm also going to be comparing it to the one from the Mounds of the Dead. I believe it is the Cimmerian Berserker. So these should be three of the Thralls that you can get in-game still. Let's start out with the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker and see how this one fares. We're going to be using the same old boss as we always do, same layout as you can see. We're going to go for the Silent Legion sets. That will be the armor set with the added armor on the armor, and I've just realized that this particular Thrall does not have a sword, so we're going to go for the two-handed sword out of the same dungeon. So that would be Till of Sorrow. It will not have anything on it. It's just going to be bare bones, the sword. And then we will time the fight. The fight will be timed from the moment the Thrall first hits the boss until the final killing blow is delivered. I'm going to remove cloak so that the boss does focus on me, which should then aggro my Thrall. We're going to go for the Bat Boss, as this is the one that I've used in the past. And once things start, I'll start the timer. Here we go. So we're going to compare all these Thralls and we'll see what they are like. We're going to use the exact same sort of armor. This is of course a video that I've made because a lot of people have been saying that the Volcano Thralls have had a lot of changes in their damage and that they're better than the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers. I don't think that they're better, in my opinion. I haven't tested it. They might be on par. Now, obviously, to the timers, you can probably add anywhere between 10 to 20 seconds. As you can see, with the two-handed sword, the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker is doing quite well, constantly hitting the boss. And therefore, I'm guessing it'll be somewhere around 2 minutes before the boss is dead. It's already taken a lot of damage. Now, obviously, this boss, in theory, should not have any armor. And so that's why I choose this, just to keep things fair. If you're going to go for a boss that has armor, you might want to use some other sort of weapon that does penetrate the armor. There are quite a few variations for that in terms of what you choose to use. Now, apparently, the Cimmerian Berserker used to be quite good. Well, apparently it used to be very, very good with regards to damage. It's not apparent, it's a known fact because I've actually tested it in the past. But also equally in the past, the Cimmerian Berserker used to do better than the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. Now, the reason I chose the Cimmerian Berserker is simply because it is a guaranteed spawn in the Mounds of the Dead, so you can definitely get one of those should you choose to. Do bear in mind they are quite vicious and they will do a lot of damage when you do tame them. Also, the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers are fairly easy to get. However, the Thralls in the Volcano might be somewhat more challenging to obtain, depending on where your base is, I guess, and what you fancy taming. Okay, so the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker did this boss in 2 minutes and 8 seconds. That's quite good, if you ask me. Let's go and put her back. We're going to get one of the Volcano Thralls. I'm just going to be testing one random one out. So I think I'll go for this one. This should be Spinus the Marauder. And we will move him into the arena. We will do the exact same thing as you saw there. He's already geared up and ready to go. Okay, so with that being said and done, let's spawn in the boss. Here we go. I did make a couple of mistakes there. I did accidentally hit the record button, which stopped the record, so I've had to restart the recording. Let's summon in the boss and see what happens. Alrighty, time has started the countdown, or the timer has started, better said. Alright, so let's see what happens here. I mean, as you can see from the first couple of hits, the Volcano Thrall has taken quite a fair chunk out of the boss's health. Now, he seems to be doing quite good. If I am looking at the timer so far, he seems to be doing fairly similar to the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. Now, based off of this, we will, or I'll kind of sort of voice my opinion on which Thralls are the best to get currently in the game. That is not, of course, counting the Bearer Thralls. This is just the simple Fighter Thralls. Okay. I think it might be close to 2 minutes or just slightly under, so that's a possibility. This is quite curious. I cannot wait to see what the outcome is. Now, they were good in the past. However, the Volcano Thralls did do worse than the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers. So, at least that's how I remember it. If I'm wrong, please do correct me, but that's how I remember it in the past. Okay. The boss is nearly dead. And this is definitely a good way of going around to farm the world bosses. As you can see, these Thralls don't even need help. They're that powerful. Okay, here we go. So 1 minute and 54 seconds. So that's about, what, about 12 seconds difference from the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. So definitely do the boss a lot quicker. Now I'm going to go and spawn in another Thrall, and that would be the Berserker. Okay, here we are with the Berserker. I have had to spawn her in with the gear and everything, so it took a while, which is why the cut in the video. Let's spawn in this boss once more and see how the Berserker does. Now, the Berserker did used to kill faster than the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, so I'm quite curious to see what the outcome is right here. We have started the timer and we'll see what it's like. At the end of the video, I'm also going to show you the locations where you can find all of these Thralls. So I'm trying to keep the hit bar of the boss available or visible at all times. It does sometimes disappear, so I have to scroll out into third person hit queue, which then kind of shows me the boss's hit bar. I kind of want to reposition. Oops, there we go. Oh, there we go. I should have a good angle on this boss. Alright, so it looks at this point, I might be wrong, things might change, but it kind of looks like the Sumerian Berserker will probably do just as good as the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. However, the difference between the Sumerian Berserker and the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker will be the health. She has, or the Sumerian Berserkers tend to have somewhere around 5,000 HP, whereas the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers will have 7,425 if I'm not mistaken. Now, they're both good. However, the latest dungeon does make it more difficult in that the bosses do hit harder, at least the arena champion. So you'll probably want to have a Thrall with you that has a lot of HP. Just as a thing, don't take these guys in there because it's gonna be fun trying to heal them. As I said, the arena champion does a crazy amount of damage. Okay, so she's nearly dead. Sorry, I meant the boss is nearly dead. Okay, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. So similar to the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, there's basically about 20-second difference between them. Now, that's not a big difference. Obviously, these times will vary depending on the sort of combos that they perform. This is where you can find the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. They normally spawn in groups of 3 to 4. So where you see the crossed swords here in the Unnamed City, that is where you can find them. And I do strongly recommend these, as they are quite powerful, as you saw. Next up, we're going to go to the Mounds of the Dead. That is where you can find the Cimmerian Berserker. They do tend to spawn anywhere in this particular location, so kind of like that. But what you want to be looking at is this area or this area. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but at the place where the water meets the land, that's where you can find them all the time. And obviously the volcano, I'm not quite sure where they spawn in the volcano for the Volcano Thralls. And that's kind of it for this video. As you can see, now the Volcano Thralls are more or less on par with the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers, maybe just a bit better, not by much. They are a lot more difficult to get. There's a lot more dangers in the volcano, and of course the Cimmerian Berserkers can be obtained quite quickly, but they have less HP. So I think for practicality purposes, I would say that the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers are still the Thralls to get. That is my personal opinion. If you don't agree, you can always let me know down below. I do read my comments. With that being said and done, that is it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and found this video useful and informative. If you have, please do not forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content. And of course, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. And links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.